Hello, ladies and gents, boys and girls, people of all ages, sexualities, and identities, and welcome back to another comic book review. And today's comic book review is We Are Humanoids, featuring the Incal. So, what is this bizarre, magnificent, bold comic book about? Well, we are introduced to a character known as John Diffel. Now, John Diffel seems to be someone with a very complicated life and a very interesting group of mates. He becomes part of a collective that like to call themselves the Seven. And essentially, this whole the Seven or the Incal and such, they all pretty much come together because a bunch of intergalactic businesses going on, and essentially you have a bunch of demons slash monsters slash something trying to take over the universe. To put it in a nutshell, he's trying to protect something called the Light. Now, the Light is supposed to be this celestial being that keeps the universe in all balance. He's trying to stop them from creating the darkness. He achieves this, of course, however, he ends up talking to a giant god who pretty much points out to him that the only way for the universe to stay in balance is he has to sacrifice his mates. But on top of that, that's not the only price he has to pay. John also has to pay the price of knowing that he's going to have to keep reliving the same events over and over and over, saving the universe from the celestial darkness and keeping the light in balance. In a way, you could say he's kind of living a Groundhog Day. Now, this madness goes on, and just to slap him in the face even more, the giant god decides to turn himself into the most innocent thing in the universe. Well, it's down to your preference, but he turns himself into a giant bloody baby. That's right. John Diffel has to talk to a giant baby. Giant celestial baby that promises him that he will have a kind of never-ending cycle of being stuck in the same moment over and over until the cycle breaks. Then we cut back to the beginning of the comic, in which we see John falling down into what appears to be a form of acid. Now, this is only halfway through John's adventure, so something quite clearly is going to happen in another volume of this story. But one thing we know for sure about John is he has a very messed up growing up. He has a guy who seems to be trying to get inside of his head. He has a group of people who really, really hate him. And on top of it, he shot a cat-looking, dog-looking thing that was getting off with someone through the ear. So they definitely want vengeance on him. But overall, We Are Humanoids, the Incal. What did I think of this comic? It's a very interesting and bombastic and bold and all over the place comic book. Is it my favourite? Not really, because I did not understand a waffle of where most of this story was going. The only thing I understood is by the end of it that he's stuck in a paradox he can't get out of, and that frankly really leaves me with more questions than answers. And for that reason, I give it a solid 5 out of 10. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next comic book review. Until then, goodbye, stay beautiful, you beautiful people.